Okay, cool. Let's dive in. Okay, so let me ask you this. Have you ever spoke to an agency before or worked with an agency before, or what's your kind of general experience?
I've spoken with quite a few, maybe like 4.
Okay.
Just quick intro meetings. I have not like signed on with an agency.
Worked on it? Okay, what's your biggest concern having those calls? Why didn't you sign up with them?
Price. Mm-hmm. And like, I definitely see like the value in it. I think it's just because with ads, there's no guarantee, right, of like being successful. So even the program sounds like they're asking for like $5,000-$10,000 to start. Like, it's a huge risk.
Yeah.
So most of like the agency fees have been from like $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month.
Yeah.
And then recommending the same amount in Facebook ad spend.
Yeah.
So like
a lot.
Right. So I'm at like 10 grand the first month without even like, so then that what worries me is then I have to get at least a 2x ROAS just to break even. And that's a lot. Like I know realistically you don't start out with the 2x ROAS, right? And so I think I want to be realistic about it when signing up.
This is great. I love that you're talking like this because I can talk with you directly about numbers and everything. And okay, that's actually fantastic. So you've done these calls before. Okay, let me still explain how this one's going to go just so you understand, then we just dive right in. Okay?
Okay.
So basically it's like this. What you said is a little bit counter to my experience in terms of what agencies do, but then again, maybe not. Because I've been in this space on your side with different businesses 5 times. Okay. So I was at a publishing company. I was writing books for 10 years. I got like 40 different books under different pen names. I fucked that off in like 2018. Then I started a high ticket fitness company. And the reason I say those because books are very low ticket. They're like $2.99, 99 cents, whatever. High ticket fitness was like $5,000 packages, right? So when I ran ads personally for both those, it worked, right? But every time I had agencies reach out to me and I was like, oh, okay, agencies sound professional. They know what they're doing, blah, blah, blah. Let's try it. And experience is always the same. They take my ad spend, take the retainer, no results, right? And just like, that's why probably you didn't sign up because that's what you expect. Now, on average in this industry, the average agency has 85% churn rate, right? Which means they sign people on, like you, for example. They usually get you on with a smaller retainer, like $2,000, $3,000 a month, something like that, right? And 85% of clients never come back because they get no results. And they just burn their ad spend, burn their money, but they don't care because they try to churn through as many clients as possible, right?
Yeah.
The difference with what we do is we are like, I'm the founder, right? Like I run this and I'm talking to you here on a call. We're very kind of small, tight knit. We can handle at capacity between 13 and 15 clients, okay? And we have about month over month, probably like 85, 9% retention rate. So clients keep working with us. So right now we have 12 or 11, something like that. So we can handle, between 2 and 3 more. That's why I reached out. That's why I could do this call because I want to be at, that 13, 15 range. And obviously every client's different, right? So it's not like a set number. We can only handle that much. It's where there's that kind of bandwidth. But point is, at the start of the call, what I want to do is go into your numbers, your KPIs, your metrics very, very quickly. So I understand right away if we can make things work or not, right? If we can't, then I'll just say, okay, like we can't make it work. There's no point going through a, potentially 2-hour call. And if we can, then I go into everything. I show you everything. And just being on the call, you can implement all the stuff I talk about and get a higher average order value, get a higher lifetime value, get a higher conversion rate on your store, right? Now, before we go into that, I just want to check, do you have a hard cutoff at any time? So I'm just aware, or are you okay on time?
I'm good.
You're good? Okay. Because like I said, sometimes it goes, because I really go like in depth in on this on your store, so it goes up to 2 hours sometimes. You'll see. But okay, so and then after, if you like what you hear, if you like how it sounds, you want to work with us, what I do is I take some small deposit, just show of good faith on your side. Then I send over a contract to you. Contract lists out everything that we promised to deliver that I told you about on this call. You read it, you sign it, I sign it. Once that's done, there's an auto email that goes to you to book your onboarding call on Business Partner Phil. Get on that call and you get started right away. Okay? So it's like 24 hours turnaround time. But okay, tell me about your store, your brand, your numbers. How long are you in business first? And what's kind of your average monthly revenue?
Okay, so I'm not really doing any revenue at all. Maybe like 2 or 3 sales a month.
Okay.
So like $100 a month.
Okay.
And I really started, I got the LLC in 2021, but all of December of 2021. So basically 2022. So all of 2022, I was working on like finding manufacturers, quality testing, I was wearing all my jewelry pieces like in the water, making sure that it was good. So that was, I was only selling in 2022.
Yep.
Come 2023 was more of me. Okay, now I have my manufacturers. I have a good amount of, or I have, styles that I like. Let me buy more inventory because I didn't want people to get to my website and there'd be like 3 things for sale.
Yep.
So then early, like the first 6-8 months of last year, increasing like just inventory. And then I finally announced it on like my own Instagram, like in November of last year.
Yep.
Like I have a jewelry brand, and then that's when I started doing some Facebook ads.
Yep.
And started doing like marketing meetings in December and this month.
Okay, and marketing means like stuff like this, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So very small revenue. What was your biggest month so far?
I mean, I've done events, so when I'm in person,
events,
like. Then I had like $900 I sold like that in 4 hours,
Okay. Yeah.
But if I'm just talking online, I maybe like 150.
Okay. What's your average order value right now?
About $40.
Okay, 40. And what's the COGS on that for you?
What's the what? I'm sorry?
COGS, cost of goods served. So how much does it cost you when like someone goes on your website, pays you $40 for an order? What is it? What's your cost to fulfill everything, including shipping, etc.?
So about $7.
Oh, just $7.
Yeah, my margins are
Brilliant.
are about 80%. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'm happy. That's all I wanted. That's what I really needed to hear. That's great. Okay.
I'm looking at like my thing. So if I'm not including shipping, 87% profit. If I am in shipping,
You have to include shipping.
Yeah, but for shipping, I just did as if every single person only ever ordered one item, which obviously people are going to order two. So worst scenario, I'm at 71%.
Oh, okay. Beautiful.
But I know that people are going to order like 2, 3, 4 things.
Items, and we can build that up. I'll show you stuff that we can do.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have all the inventory in the States?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. How many pieces do you have, and how many SKUs do you have, and how much inventory do you have for them? Just ballpark.
About 2,000 pieces.
Okay. And how many SKUs do you have on your website?
Like products?
Yeah.
27.
27. Okay. How's the inventory distributed across those? Because you don't know which are good sellers online yet. So is it pretty even?
I have a couple pieces that always sell more like in store and online.
Yeah.
Like name 2-3 pieces.
Okay.
But are you asking like between like bracelets, necklaces, like how much is in each category?
No. I'm just wondering because like you have a lot. 27 was a lot, right? And you don't have proof of concept in terms of like really which ones customer want from those 27. But you have been doing right. That's what I mean. What I'm looking for is like kind of the best selling products, but you don't have market data for that yet, right?
I do have I mean it's a small sample size, but like I maybe have sold like 1 or 2 of everything except for a pair of necklace and earrings. I have 6 sold in those 2.
Okay, great. Because what we want to just so you understand. Okay, 2 things. I'll tell a couple stories, and that's why this gets fun. So first of all, when you say like 80% profit margin, where it costs you like $7 for a $40 order, that's incredible. Like we can make this work with our eyes closed, right? Reason for that is, and I'm saying that, and I understand that you're at a small level now. Okay, so I'm saying this that we can make it work. I'll tell you at the end of the call, like our regular fees, you won't be able to afford those, but I want to make something work for you where we can actually work together because this is a no-brainer. Okay, for me. The reason why I'm saying that is our whole team, we come from kind of drop shipping, e-commerce background in terms of getting the skills needed to actually deliver to clients now. Okay. So my business partner, Phil, he's a smart guy. He's from Austria. He's just 23 years old. His specialty was growing single product stores from $0 to $100,000 months in about 30 to 60 days. Okay. Now, this sounds more impressive than it really is. And I'll tell you why. The reason they never went past 100K, first of all, is because there was always drop shipped trash from China, honestly, right? So shipping would be 6 to 8 weeks. Quality would suck. 40% of customers would want to return, right? So it was really just like scale as quickly as possible, keep it there for as long as you can, and then like complaints come in, et cetera, to Facebook or TikTok, the ads managers, and then Facebook punishes you, and you get worse ads, so it dies out, right? That's why you never scaled past that. But he did this on repeat 6 or 7 times. If you sign up, you can show you all the products. Just ask on the onboarding call. And it's a repeatable process, right? But when he was making $100,000 a month in revenue, his take-home profit was like $3,000 or $5,000, right? So it's like all that effort, and for what? Like you don't get much, right? So, but the point being, when we have the systems, like those systems, plus everything else, when we can make products work with such low margins, when you come to me and say, hey, I have 80% profit margins, right? Like that's what I said, eyes closed, we can make it all work. Okay. And that's what I'm really looking for, because what we do is we come in, we take over your entire marketing channel, right? The whole funnel, from top of funnel to bottom of funnel. Top of funnel, when I see an ad for the first time, cold traffic ad, introduce you to their product or them to your product, right? All the way down, go to your website, click the checkout. Bottom of funnel, when they receive a receipt of successful purchase in their inbox, right? We do all that. The only thing you worry about then, go ahead.
Do you do anything with email marketing like Klaviyo?
Yep.
Okay.
Everything. The only thing you do is order fulfillment and customer service. Okay. And that's it.
Perfect.
And we do it, like, for example, for your product, TikTok is where we would start. For other people, because Julie does amazing on TikTok. Okay. For others, or maybe we do, well, I mean, this is a discussion for later. But for most people who come to me who are at your level, say under 10,000 a month, I always say build a moat around your business on Facebook, because Facebook ads are sustainable once you get them to a certain level. So that certain level depends on, honestly, on the ad account, but it's in the $15,000 to $20,000 monthly revenue range. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you get your
I have been doing well on Facebook. Like I did a couple conversion campaigns. I spent $100 and I got like one sale that was like $40.
Yeah.
And then I did 2 different, and then, but the one that, so first I did an ad and it was like the catalog one, reel, and a still photo.
Yep.
And the reel did the best, right? So then I did 2 more videos.
Yep.
And then of those 2 videos, I did a custom audience. Like I ran one normal auto Facebook and then one like custom audience for both. So I guess 4 ads total, and $15 a day. So I think it's been like $150 in like a week.
Yeah.
And I didn't get any conversions like at all.
Yeah. That's because, okay, I'll tell you why. This is your first exposure to Facebook Ads Manager?
Yes.
Okay. For me to learn Facebook Ads Manager in 2017, I spent $160,000 of my own money to just learn it for books. Yeah. And that was just burned. And after that point, over a 6-month period, okay? And every day in there for 4 to 6 hours, right? Just to learn it, because it's complex. You know, you've been there, so you see how many options there are, right? Just to figure out, get a grasp on it. So like the $160K was like my tuition fee. With that, that's how I considered it. Then after that point, okay, I could launch break-even stuff, right? So it's like bare minimum competency, costs $160,000 plus 6 months of time, 4 to 6 hours every single day. Also, when you're launching a brand, launching new campaigns, you really have to be there every single day, because you got to react real time to data, right? And what kind of like the biggest value proposition that we actually bring to our clients is that we free up your time to focus on aspects of the business that you actually love, right? So like we take care of the ads, we take care of the creatives, we take care of the storyboarding, we take care of the customer avatar research, we run the freaking ads, right? We redo your website, we increase your conversion rate, we increase average order value, we increase lifetime value, we do email flows, email campaigns, all this stuff, right? So you literally you sit back and let things run. Once you trust us, right? And we got to build that trust, right? But for big clients, for example, they check in on, like we check in on Slack once a week, like, hey guys, these are the results. They're like, thumbs up, right? They don't care because they just trust us to do everything, right? That's the ultimate goal we want to get you to, because then you can focus on more quality control. Like you want to expand your product line, right? You want to test the products, you want to buy them, you want to test them, et cetera, to make sure you have high quality stuff, right? But what's really good is that you have inventory in the States. So for you, we can run TikTok shops, which is this new thing. And when you run it properly, it blasts off. But nobody in e-commerce can run it because everyone's used to drop shipping stuff from China. They can't guarantee 2 to 3 day shipping times, which you have to have, right, to qualify for TikTok shop.
Oh yeah, so I put it on Shopify like 2 days handling time, but I will literally ship it like that same day or next day. Like because I would rather the customer expect it like on a Wednesday and they get it on Monday than like the opposite,
perfect. You know? Yeah. So TikTok shop would be like, it's a new opportunity. Like I wasn't talking about it, or even like 3 weeks ago, I wasn't talking about it. Okay. Because TikTok wants to compete with Amazon. Okay. You have to go through a lot. You have to jump through a lot of hoops to qualify for it. But you can, I know you can, because you have the inventory there and you have those quick delivery times. Okay. And
I do have a shop on Amazon too. So I mean, if I did on Amazon, I don't know if I.
Amazon is the one thing we don't touch.
Yeah.
But we can do every single.
Yeah. If I qualify for Amazon and they're like a pain to work with, then I'm sure TikTok would be fine.
Yes, exactly. But the thing is, on TikTok shops, this is a new thing by TikTok because they want to compete with Amazon. We're very well, like Phil and I are very, very well connected to like high level guys in the e-commerce industry overall. And we know guys who launch their own brands because we're in Europe. I'm in Slovakia, Phil's in Europe. I'm originally from Canada, right? So we don't qualify ourselves for TikTok shop. Otherwise we jump all over it. Okay. But for clients like you who have potential, we do want to jump on that because right now if you get in, right, and we can get you in, you can scale incredibly fast. You can have $100,000 months the first month. Now, I don't know if you can handle that much because of your inventory, right?
No, because if I sold every single thing right now, I'd be at like 90K revenue.
Yeah.
So I would not be able to handle a $100,000 a month right off the bat. But that being said, I could easily scale to it in 3 to 4 because I just need to order products.
Yep, exactly. We obviously work in coordination with you, so you understand what level we're at, like project inventory that you need to bring in, et cetera, right? So it's always full coordination and cooperation, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But, TikTok shop would be the biggest thing for you right now, honestly. And I'll show you everything that we do. I'll do a screenshot, I'll show you client sites that we did, et cetera, things that you can fix up. But that's going to be your biggest and best opportunity, okay, just to quickly make a lot of money, okay? Now, on the flip side, Facebook I love because, again, TikTok ads by themselves are very volatile day over day. TikTok ads and TikTok shop is two different things. This is like a native promotion on the platform. TikTok ads are when you're like selling off your Shopify store, okay? So TikTok ads, which is what I made the original video about. Did you see that video that I sent you by SMS before the call?
I got like halfway through it because I started watching it when he texted me.
Okay.
So I'm at like minute 10.
Okay.
I finished off where like you're explaining like the blocks and like the different like value proposition, feature, benefit, and like tracking that data.
Does it make sense to you so far, like what you saw?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like basically what we're doing when we're inside the ads managers is we have very granular data on what's working and what's not. If you do like broad concept ads, like you say, 5 video ads and they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 concepts, you put them up there and one works, you don't know why it worked. You can't compare to the others, right? But when you have this kind of like Lego block structure, you can directly compare which portion of the ad actually resonated with the audience. And you can, within 24 hours, start to iterate, right? So you create new ads with different structures that have the winning elements and you get rid of the losing ones, et cetera. And over time, fairly quickly actually, right? You have a winning structure that resonates with your audience. And when you have that structure, you can make basically infinite amount of ads with that structure that are new. Because these platforms, but especially TikTok, values two things, novelty and originality, okay? So novelty means it's new, never seen before. Originality means it can't be something that's been online, right? Other way. Originality never been seen before. Novelty, it has to be new on the TikTok platform, okay? So originality, we get that by filming the content ourselves, all right? Novelty, that means that an ad that's performed for, let's say, 4 weeks stops performing after because it's no longer novel to the platform. So for TikTok, you always have to be making new ads, right? With our structure, when you have that winning kind of ad structure, I'll give you an example. If you have a winning hook and a winning call to action, okay, and these ones convert well, and sandwiched between them are 3 elements, okay, well, they can be whatever they want. Let's say product intro, product benefit, and testimonial, just random, okay? And we come up with 3 scenes for each. And then we send these 3 scenes, so 3 scenes for product intro, 3 scenes for product benefit, 3 scenes for testimonial. We send that to 5 creators, okay? And we have more creators than that on our team, okay? We have 15 clips of each one for that ad, right? That means for that winning structure, we have 15 to the power of 3 permutations of winning ads, which is like $3,200, 3,200 variations of ads, right? Like that's gonna last you forever. So that's how we do TikTok. But TikTok ads themselves are very volatile. So day over day, there's huge fluctuations. Okay. Month over month, it does stabilize, but day over day, I would not recommend it for you because it can be like this. You can be in a $1,000 loss one day, 2,000 profit next day, break even the rest of the week, and you're down 1,000 for the week. Week after, it can be opposite, right? And it can be like 5,000 profit one day, 6,000 loss next day, 1,000 profit day after, and again, break even for that week, right? Very volatile on TikTok. Facebook is a lot more stable.
TikTok ads or TikTok shop?
That's TikTok ads. Okay. Everything I'm talking about now is TikTok ads. TikTok shop is wholly different. And this is what you can dominate on because you have high quality products and you'll ship them fast. And that's really the only requirement. And so few people actually fulfill that. And you got to do all the other like hoops, loops, whatever. But TikTok Shop is the biggest opportunity for you and your brand right now to actually go big. Facebook is to build kind of a moat around your business. So what I mean by that is when you get to around 15 to 20,000 revenue per month, and off those ads, you can just keep running them and not touch them. 2 or 3 times a week, you just check in for like 2 minutes, right? And that's it. And they will keep running indefinitely, right? That's the big advantage of Facebook. Once you have winners and the winners like actually get you into that kind of revenue range, they last indefinitely, right? So one way to know if a brand's doing really good on Facebook is to go to their Facebook ads library and see what their oldest ad is, right? So if they have something from 2018, they're like fucking millions every single month, right? Making. So it's that sort of thing. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah. So TikTok, very volatile. You need new content. It'll stop working after 4 weeks. But then Facebook, you find a winner, you can have it for 6 years, and it'll still be performing.
Exactly. Okay. Beautiful. So let me go like this. Average order value 47. Okay. What's your conversion rate on your website right now? On your Shopify store?
Like 0.8%.
Okay. So about almost 1.
Yeah.
And that's off, where are they coming? Is that off cold traffic? I mean, that's off Facebook ads, right?
Facebook. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's actually not bad. So what I would say is that if you go on YouTube and like learn kind of conversion rate best practices, you should be around 1%, right? And you're right around there, okay? Now, when you have like the stuff that we do for our clients, and I'll show you this so you can implement it yourself after the call, even if you don't sign up, right? You can just do it yourself. We aim for a 2 to 3% conversion rate off cold traffic, and then warm traffic should be a 5 to 7%. Because warm traffic, they know your stuff, they're looking for it specifically, they're coming from your Instagram, whatever, and they're coming with buying intent, right? So those are the numbers we're aiming for in terms of cold traffic, warm traffic. So for example, if you're spending, I mean, even what you told me, right? You spend 150 and you got one sale for 40, something like that, right? That's at a sub 1% conversion rate. If we 3x that conversion rate to, let's say a little bit more than 3x, but let's say we got 3% conversion rate, right? Off those same ads, you'd make 120, 150. Right, so you're closer to break even, and this is unoptimized ads. Like you don't know what you're doing on Facebook. You're just learning, right? But you're almost break even just by fixing the landing page, right? So that's the first thing we do because that's always the lowest hanging fruit, fixing that sort of stuff. Now, okay, let me kind of go back to you. What's your current strategy or goal? What's your current plan of attack to actually grow your profitability and grow your revenue?
So, I mean, it's these meetings and doing Facebook ads. Like, I know, like, a lot of my friends have bought it and stuff, and it's jewelry that I wear all the time. But what I like it is that my friends tell me, like, oh my gosh, like, so-and-so, like, complimented me on my necklace, and, like, I told them about you. Or, like, I like that I wear the stuff in the pool in Hawaii, and, like, it's still in the shower, and, like, it doesn't tarnish. And so I feel like when people find it, they like it. It's just getting eyes on the product. So first, for example, I was doing a traffic campaign on Facebook and I got like 600 clicks to my website, right? And like no sales. And then I figured out, okay, because I was doing, I was advertising traffic, not conversions, right? So I did conversions and I spent like $50. I got 1 sale off of that reel. So then I did, 2 more videos, and then now I'm at like 150, 200, no sales. So it's kind of where I'm at, is just trying to get eyes on it and doing it the most cost-effective way.
Okay, perfect. Now you see, I mean, you're running into the problems that we solve with like our creative structure, how we create ads, right? You made one concept, it worked. You filmed a couple other videos, but you don't know what part of that first video actually worked. Whereas if you had those kind of like Lego pieces sticking together, you would know, okay, this hook worked, the product benefit, okay, people like clicked off, and then this part works. Let's put this part first on the next iteration of ads, right? And grow it like that. So
exactly. Yeah. The video that worked, actually, that one that I got 1 sale out of like $50 was literally like a 4-second video of me holding a ring and just going like this with like my finger. It was it. It was just the ring. And the 1 sale was that one ring. Like someone saw the ad and was like, oh, I want to buy that ring, and they bought it.
Jewelry and stuff like this is very visual sometimes. So like it's like things like I want to say like chandeliers and kind of not office stuff, but like stuff that's visual like that does do really well sometimes like that, right? Where it's just the visual appeal and they like it and they want to buy it. You don't have to take them through kind of a process to get them to want to buy it. You don't have to warm them up. But just they see it, they want to buy it.
the other two videos was one like a voiceover, like a girl talking about like, oh my gosh, this piece, blah blah blah, and the other one was just a girl like wearing the pieces with like a little bit of the music.
Yeah.
And then they did not perform at all.
Yeah. No, but like they can perform, right? The thing is like we got to have that structure to understand why it's not working or why it is working, right?
Yeah.
That's really the most important thing. Now,
so do you do content creation as well? I know you touched on having some creators.
Yeah. We do everything. Like I told you, like we take over the entire marketing channel for you.
So I send you like one of everything, for example.
The ones that we want to advertise, yep, you send to our team. We create the ads. We do the video editing. We do the store. Okay, so how it works at a high level. Okay, it's me and business partner Phil. We're the co-founders. We take care of clients like this. I have the first call with them. Phil does the onboarding call with them. Then you guys know us at the highest level, and we're the owners of the agency. Okay, we have a great team that we built up. Jessica is our creative director. She does the customer avatar research for you. So customer avatar is very, very important. It's who's buying your stuff and why. Okay, there can be. I mean, she's great. She just graduated from engineering school a year ago, and she came to work for us because she loves this stuff, ads and creatives and things like that. Right. So, okay, I just got off a call. I had another call with. She was selling a baby bottle with like an attachable lid top. Right. And I was like, okay, great for you, for a mom. Right. If you were to buy that, you have 5 kids, so you're buying it literally for yourself to make your life easier. But if your husband sees that ad, right, he's off at work all the time. He wouldn't buy it for himself to make his life easier. He will buy it for you to make your life easier, right, for example. So the ad and kind of funnel structure that would relate to him is different from the one that would relate to you, right? And that's the difference in kind of customer avatar. This is a horrible quick example. I can do a more comprehensive one, but just to give you the gist, right? So Jessica does the customer avatar research, and then she creates the storyboards that we start off with. And those we send out to our creators. And it depends kind of what package you sign up for, because like the lower tier packages that are more affordable, we don't include the creators because that's a huge cost for us, right? But I'll go into pricing and all that later. But if, for example, you're kind of bootstrapped on the budget, we could use you if you want to do it, and we could work with you, for example, to create those ads. We just give you the storyboards and coordinate like that, right? But yeah, we do have a team of creators. They're great. 5 girls, 2 guys. Very, very high quality, and they're on our team. So they're included in the higher packages, right? So, okay, that's that. And then we get the asset library. Then our video editors put together the structures according to what our head media buyer, his name's Tatis, he's done over, Jesus Christ, he's been in it for 7 years, and I think he's over $350 million revenue across all clients lifetime, so huge numbers. He oversees the media buying team, but he's there personally on your account, right? This is why I say we keep it at 13 and 15, because otherwise we can't be there personally. In terms of daily execution, it might be someone else, another media buyer, but all is being directed by Tatis, right? It's just like the every day where you have to check, for example, okay, how's this ad performing? Let's turn this one off. Let's look at the metrics. These are the critical metrics. This like yes, no, that sort of stuff is delegated to one member under him, okay? What else? We do all the email flows. We have brilliant email girl. She's from Sweden. She's been in marketing for 20 years, email for 15 years. And for a store like yours, when we're scaling it, email should account for literally 40% of your revenue because you have a variety of products, right? And when we have proper flows and offers and sequences and all this, and we build that out, right? 40%. So let's say if we get you to $100,000, 40,000 should come from email. And what that means is no acquisition cost there, right? So you're talking about 80% profit margins on the email, you get that whole 80%, right? But that's what's proper.
Do I have to do it or you guys do it? The emails, because that's where I struggle with this. Like I did like the classic ones, like a in cart. They don't look pretty, you know.
We do we do everything. Okay. Honestly, the biggest kind of value proposition that we offer to clients is literally, I think I told you before. We free up your time, and I did tell you this. We free up your time to focus on things in the business that you love doing, because we take care of all the marketing, every single thing, right?
And then if I have content, can I send that to you?
If you what?
If I already have content.
Yeah. Yes, that's what we start with. We start with everything you have so that we can launch as quickly as possible.
And then this is all talking about like TikTok, right? Okay. Oh, so this is another question.
No. This is applicable to every single ad platform because all best practice for TikTok, UGC that you saw that video about, those are going to be the best performing ads on Facebook. They're going to be the best performing ads on Instagram. They're going to be the best, like on Pinterest, right? Et cetera, et cetera. Pinterest we would use for you.
Video, do I own it so then I can then use it on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever?
Yes. All the assets are yours. Okay. All the assets are yours. You pay us, we deliver. It's all yours. Okay. So yeah, 100% is yours.
Okay, so let's talk pricing. And I mentioned the different packages. What's like a low and a high for that?
Okay. I would really love to show you some things first. But let me tell you what the pricing is range so we can kind of go forward. But I want to show you before we really get into that, like landing page examples, how we would increase conversion rate, checkout flow, et cetera, things you can improve. Just so that I know what I'm talking about. It's not just because the pricing is going to be high, right? You're going to get sticker shock at the start. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But okay, just so you know, so we're upfront. We kind of have two different deal structures, and I prefer this one, but I think you might like this one more. Okay. So this one's like a one-time infrastructure build. Okay. So how it works is there's 3 packages. Most expensive one is $15,000. We come in, we build all the landing pages to get conversion rate to 2-3%. We do all the checkout flows to make sure the highest percent of people are actually going through each step of the checkout. We do post-purchase upsells, which are going to be, I haven't talked to you about that first. Do you have any running on your store?
Yes.
Okay. How does that work for you? Because it might be a different thing than what I'm talking about.
I mean, someone buys something and then they get like an email campaign. I think it's like 3 months after.
Okay, great. That's email. What I'm talking about is something totally different. Okay. This is really, really cool. This will just give you more profit for no work. Okay. And you can actually do huge things here. Okay. So we have another client. They do a hardware recovery device. They're doing $500,000 a month, sometimes $700,000, like November, because it was Black Friday, et cetera, was about $750. So when you run ads, there's a CPA, right? Cost per action. I call it cost per acquisition. It's the cost to acquire a customer, right? Because the action is a purchase. Okay. Right. So for you, for example, if your thing costs if your average order value is $40 and it costs you $7, you can, in theory, spend $33 to acquire a customer and you'll be break even. $33 to acquire a jewelry customer, 40 is like you have to be insanely bad to do that, right? This whole thing.
My profit, it's like most pieces cost me between $4 and $5, but then if I'm shipping out $4, and it might be like $8 to $9.
Yeah, that's all good.
Total.
All of that is good. But what I want to say is this: when you run cold traffic ads, you're always looking at CPA, cost per acquisition, right? How much money you pay for each customer. Okay, so let's say you do pay $33 to acquire one customer, you get one person, $40, and your cost to fill that order is $33, so you break even, right? What you can do after, and this is what this hardware brand we do with them, is you give, once they put the credit card in, okay, and they click buy now, and the order went through, pop-up comes up, card's already been charged, but a pop-up comes up, says, hey, do you want to add this great thing for this huge discount? Yes, no. And they say no. Another one comes up. Do you want to add this great thing? Yes, no. They say no. Another one comes up. Yes, right? These guys have 7 of those post-purchase upsells, and the customer can't do anything until they go through the entire sequence, okay? All of their profit is literally on those post-purchase upsells, because for the post-purchase upsell, you've already paid the acquisition cost for the customer, right? So anything you offer at a discount is just always going to be free profit, right? So for example, for you, if you can say, hey, do you want to buy the same piece for, let's say, I don't want to do a huge discount, like 60% off, because then it'll devalue it. But let's say like for 40% off, right? Do you want to get one more 40% off? They'll be like, yes, okay? And 40% off, that ends up being what? $30-ish, $25, $27, right? And you get $20 profit right there, right? And then we do more and stack them, and that increases the average order value. And this is what can, like, this can make or break your business, like for these guys, right? If they didn't have the post-purchase, they'd be break even, they'd be dead, right? So setting up emails, we do the entire website funnel. We do all conversion rate optimization to get you 2-3% off cold traffic. We do the checkout flows to make sure there's highest trust through the checkout. I'll show you that as well. We do all those post-purchase upsells. We do all the email starting flows. There's 4 important flows: browse abandonment, VIP intro, and the upsell one, like email upsell. Okay, and those are the 4 basic ones you want to have implemented right away, just no matter what, because they'll bring you money. Okay, and we do emails as well, right? Full emails, and we do 2 months of media buying for that when you get the highest package. Okay. Media
What
buying.
does media? Yeah, sorry,
Media
going
buying
to
is
it.
running the ads. Is going to the ad manager actually running the ads. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, highest package, 15K, entire build plus 2 months of media buying. And what we charge for media buying afterwards, and like the normal rate, is $5,000 a month. Okay, just flat fee, month over month. You pay us, we do 30 days. You want to continue, you pay us again, we do 30 days, et cetera, et cetera. So you're not locked into any contracts. Okay. That's highest tier. Okay. One step down for these like infrastructure builds is $10,000. This one is the full build, so whole website, everything as well, storyboards, creators, all the finished ads, et cetera, et cetera. There's no media buying included here, right? And we don't give you access to our creative team. So if you want to work with the creators on our team, they'll charge you their rate, right? In the top, it's all included. And you get a media buying strategy. So like Tatis would write you how to run ads, but we don't run the ads for you.
I'm running the ads.
Right? Yeah. That's the second one. But again, all the assets we build are yours. All the ads are yours. All the raw footage is yours. Storyboards are yours, et cetera, et cetera. Right? So it's full build, just basically minus the ad spend and minus access to our creators. Okay?
Okay.
And then the lowest tier is $5,000, and that's just for brand new website, so to increase the conversion rate, et cetera, et cetera. No creators, no storyboards, but we do give you a media buying strategy, right? So it's basically revamping your website, fixing it up so you get a higher conversion rate, and giving you a media buying strategy of like the sorts of ads that would run well. Jessica would do her research. Here's the customer avatars, and here are the storyboards that you can work with. But then we don't touch it past that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of in line with like what I've been seeing on the market. So typically, like when someone's starting from scratch, how long do you see that it takes to break even on ad spend?
On ad spend or off the 15K that you would put up?
On or both?
Okay. So it goes like this. It depends how much you have available for ad spend, right? So let's say, okay, first of all, which of those three, because we also have a month by month retainer package that I can talk about after. But let's just go through these first and then we can go over these, okay?
Yeah.
These would be less of a kind of upfront commitment, but they're longer in terms of time commitment, right? So first of all, like which one would you be interested in? Would it be the 15K, 10K, or 5K?
I mean, obviously the one that sounds great. Thank you. Is the my stuff is going off. Okay. Is the 15K one, but it's obviously 15K. So I was messaging on like where I struggle is like content creation. Like I have photos. I'm bad at writing, the copies. I'm bad at posting.
Yep.
And so I was looking at like on Fiverr, like a social media team.
Yeah.
And I was finding some for like $300-400 a month.
Yeah.
So then if that worked and I could get my content from them, then I could probably do like the 5K one. But the only thing I didn't like is that I'm sending her the content and then they're posting. Yeah. And like they're editing and making it fancy or whatever. But then I'm like, okay, well, I'm still the one that's taking the photos. That's the thing that I struggle with because it's just me in like a light box and I'm trying to figure it out.
Tell me like this, like just be honest with me. Do you like kind of what I've said so far? Because I haven't shown you anything. You didn't even give me the opportunity to show you stuff. So it's like, but do you like kind of how I'm talking about it and like how I'm talking like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So realistically for you, what's within your budget range for like that you can commit to? Let's say you want the full build, you want everything, right? But then you also have to commit to ad spend, right, for at least 2 months.
Yeah.
So what's a ballpark figure for that? And then if you want to work with us, I can kind of work backwards from there, and we can do something custom for you because I understand, right? These are packages that I offer straight up to businesses making like 50K plus, right? You're at zero, but you have, like I told you at the start of the call, you have huge profit margins, right? Enormous potential. Yeah. So I'm like, if you do want to work with us, we can figure some sort of deal out where it's kind of mutually beneficial and lower initial price point for you, right? So, but just give me give me honestly, like, what do you have available to be able to invest or put into this venture?
I have a business credit card that has $10,000 available.
Okay.
Or limit. And I think there's like a $200 balance.
Okay.
So like $9,800 there.
Yep.
And then maybe like another $1,000 just like in sales cash.
Okay. So about 1,100 to play with.
Yes. So, because I mean, here's the thing: if it like, I mean, this is like the situation every single business has, right? Like, if it works, I don't care about spending the 15, 20K.
Yeah, you
like,
can put more in.
If I can charge 10K every month, but then I sell 15,000. Like, cool. I pay off the 10K. I have something to keep expanding my line. I'm gonna do it again. So, but that's why it's hard for me to start, because no one has like a magic wand when it comes to ads. So it's like, cool, it's going to take 3 months, 6 months, and I'm just adding to my card and adding to it. And then expectation has to be, now I need to get at least 2x, 3x, 4x, then pay back.
I know. Okay. What I'll tell you is this. I'll go into your website now and I'll do a screen share and I'll show you stuff that we will fix up so you know it's real, right? That's one thing. Other thing I want to say, for Phil, when he was scaling stores from 0 to 100K, his investment initial was always under $4,000. Okay. And because it's just a cash flow business, right? So you run ads, he had 4K initial budget. He would take the money he would make from that, put it back into ad spend, scale up like that, take the money, put it back, scale up, take money, put it back, et cetera, et cetera. So what I'm saying is $4,000 is plenty for ad spend to scale to 100K months. Okay, just based on what we've done on repeat. Okay, just so you understand that. So you don't need huge to scale, because you just put the profits back into ad spend and you scale off that, right?
Right.
First thing. Now, second thing, let me pull up your website and we will just go through it. So I'll show you the improvements that can be made. You say you're getting 0.8% off cold traffic.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so here's your site. First of all, where do you direct them? They go to the product page?
What do you mean? So there's call to actions throughout. Like, if you scroll up.
I mean, if someone clicks an ad, they go to the product page or they go to the home page?
Both. Usually the home page.
Okay, first big mistake. You got to put them to the product page.
Okay.
So if we're running an ad, it'll be here to this. Okay. And right away, I'm just waiting for it to load. So when I know it loads. Okay. This is a very, very visual product. So the website looks clean and nice. That's awesome. But you have very few pictures of the product itself, right? That's going to be the first thing to improve. And you say you have a light box, so you can get like infinite pictures of this, right?
Yeah.
Right. So what we would want to do, and there's lots of stuff that can be improved here right away. Okay. Again, this is basic Shopify site, right? Normal store. Let's say ad. You click here. They come here. I just want to see how many clicks it takes for them to buy if they land here. First one is add to cart. Second one is view cart. Okay. Third one is checkout.
There's a checkout before view cart. It's the
same. So I'm just taking like the least efficient path.
Okay.
Right? Because assume people take the least efficient path, because we got to funnel them into the most efficient path. Right? So when you give them an option to be less efficient, they'll take it. And then good, this is one page now. Okay. So 4 clicks to complete a purchase. Right? Problem with that is that there's attrition every single step of the way. Right? So cold traffic is very finicky. When you bring them to your site, they drop off, they drop off, they drop off, they drop off. Right? The more clicks it takes you, the more they're going to drop off. Now, I want to show you one site, and I'll tell you how I got really good at e-commerce really fast, is because I had obviously the existing kind of business base and et cetera, but I paid a lot of money for a mentor, okay? Almost $20,000. And he built a lot of stores, but his most successful one is this safeman.com. It made him $30 million in 3 years at 43% profits, okay? So very good. He's not running it anymore because the checkout doesn't work now. But I just want to show you this because this is a great case study of kind of conversion rate best practices. Okay. First thing, it's the ugliest thing ever, right? Like it looks like a 15-year-old built it like 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Like nothing special about this. But important thing is this. He drives traffic here to this site, or when it was running, he drove it here. Okay. It's a single product store. Okay. Now, important for you is not to have a single product store, but important for you is to funnel people into the desired end behavior, which is completing a purchase, right? So here, if I try to click on the logo, I can't go anywhere, right? The only thing I can click is this, add to cart to buy it. If I scroll down, same thing, right? Fix my walls now, back to add to cart to buy it. This stopped working because I guess he's not running the store anymore. I told him. He's like, yeah, I'm not. But he had a great checkout flow, which I'll show you on this tab. I think I have it. Okay. But one thing I want to show here is every single element on the site that increases friction, right? So I guess add to cart, always in the peripherals, there's something that decreases that friction by increasing trust. So first thing he has, specific date they're going to get the item. Okay. Right. Second thing he has 100% no risk money back guarantee. Third thing, ships from USA, 9-day returns, secure payment, right? All these elements increase trust and make people more likely to click this add to cart. Okay. When they click add to cart, they don't actually go through these 4 steps that you did, or potentially 3, right? But I went least efficient, the 4 steps. It goes straight to checkout. The reason it doesn't say buy now is because people are more put off by that. But if it says add to cart, they click and they end up at checkout, nobody cares. Okay. So this store, and I'm going to be on the checkout because I want to show you, does, because they were also, they were mentored by this guy as well. So when they grew this store. So on his checkout, it was actually better. And I'll show you, I want to set up a copy of his site because it was really, really good to show. And this is what we do for our customers like right away. Okay. But on this checkout, first thing we would do is, I don't know if you have something like this for your store, but actually you probably do if they only cost you $7. Do you have some items that cost you like $1 or $2 or $3?
No.
$4 is lowest?
All the pieces come in like a little pouch.
Yeah, okay.
And so I've been thinking about doing like a extra pouch for, I don't know, $5 or whatever. Because those I get for 70 cents.
What we want to do is this. When someone adds the cart and they end up here, okay, I want them to have the thing that they added the cart up here, and then under it, like 3 or 4 other things, or for you, maybe just we start with 1, right? And it's like, whatever it's called, free, like pouch, carry pouch, usually $9.99. Yours free, like free gift today, right? And then price $0.00. And then when people see that, they expect to see one thing in their cart. On SafeMend, there were 3 things. There's like a scraper, right? Usually $7.99, yours for free, $0.00. Okay, there's like a nozzle, right? Usually $9.99 today, yours free, $0.00. And it's like cheap crap. It's like this chapstick, right? Thing. So it's not actually worth that. Third one was like some ebook, right? But the idea there is when customers click buy and they end up in the checkout, they expect to see one thing in their checkout and they see 3 or 4, like what the hell's going on? Why are there 4 things in my cart? But then they look closer and they say, oh, free gift, oh, free gift, oh, free gift. And they feel better and people love to reciprocate. So when something's given to them for free, they are more likely to buy. Okay, this store doesn't have that, so that's why I said I want to set it up again. I will soon. But that increases the flow-through rate of the checkout, so more people complete the purchase. The other thing that we want to do for you is these customer reviews, okay? Because this makes it feel like a real store. On yours right now, it's this default Shopify, right? Like it's not even branded. And also from here, I can click this and go back to the homepage. So if I'm checking out, why on earth would you give me an out to cancel the checkout and go somewhere else, right? You don't. So we want to put your logo here and make this not clickable. We want to, like, let's just put the pouch to start. Free gift, pouch, usually $9.99, whatever. Yours free, $0.00, right? And you already send it with that, so it doesn't matter, right? But people will be more likely to buy. Under this, we want reviews here because then it becomes a brand experience. It's not just like, oh my God, here's another, they don't know it's Shopify, but here's another online store. Will I get scammed? I remember last time I bought through one like this, right? It took me 8 weeks to get the order. It looked the same. So like Shopify is kind of a victim of its own success where people they've been burned so many times by dropshippers. When they see this checkout, they're like, oh my God, here we go again, right?
Yeah.
Whereas if you can make it branded like this, right, it's much, much better. So customer reviews, right, name, location, stars, paragraph. Very few people are actually going to read this, but it doesn't matter because this is just visual. Now, what I also like to do is under this price, because that's going to be a friction point, right, I place elements that, again, decrease that friction by increasing trust. So like rated 5 out of 5 on 3,000 reviews on Trustpilot, but it's just an image. It's not clickable. They can't go to Trustpilot to check, right? Other one, like guaranteed 2-day delivery, like ships from USA, handmade, whatever, like little trust badges there. And that becomes a branded checkout experience where people flow through much, much smoother, right? So first, you want to make sure that when they click at the cart, they end up straight here. Second, we want to redo this checker because these are the lowest hanging fruit before we even touch the landing page, right, to fix up. This not clickable, logo here, reviews here, trust icons here, and the free gift here, right? And right away, that'll make a huge difference in your conversion rate. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, now, what I want to show you is one landing page that we built for another client of ours. We didn't work with them, we just did the lander, but these guys are huge. They're doing like $70,000 to $90,000 days, right? But they wanted us to do the lander. So let me go to the top. What I want to show you is this is a perfect example whenever it loads of basically a perfect lander, okay? All the pertinent information a customer needs to make an informed buying decision is right here above the fold. So above the fold is before they scroll down, okay? And what it is here. Now, this is a big store, right? So they can click off and do this. But for you, when you're starting out, we really want to drive traffic to a single self-contained landing page where the only thing they can do is buy. They can't click off, right? Because that's going to be the most efficient way to get you started. And then when you're at scale, yes, you can give them more access to the website, right? But basically how it goes is first item we want is a person with the thing. And that's one big piece that you're missing, right? That always works best. This is a generic picture, so they didn't really do that, but that's okay. Second picture is a picture of the product. That's always kind of best practice. Are you going to say something?
But you said best practice is a photo of someone with the piece on?
Yep.
Okay.
That should be the first picture. Okay, first picture is a human with a thing. Second picture, a picture of the thing. And then some others, like whatever, just pretty ones, right?
I think it's opposite right there, though.
It is. That's what I'm saying. They don't have a good picture of person using the thing, but I mean, they're doing huge numbers. We set up like this. They switched to this. They probably did split testing, A/B testing, and found that this converts better. Make sense?
Okay.
Because you start with best practices, but then you adjust to what the market gives you, right?
Okay.
So that's what it is. The way it goes like this. You have the name of the thing and then a quick description of it, which for jewelry, if we can figure something out that's like cute and like, like honestly, that's cute, we want to put that there because it's a little bit emotional, right? So name of the thing, what it does, and then something cute there for you. Number of reviews, right? Star rating of the reviews, this many. This one's clickable, so they can actually check this is real. Description's always going to be quick. For you, it'll be like 1, 2, 3 points. That's it, because it's a very visual experience for like jewelry stuff, okay?
Yeah.
Call to action right here, big button, okay? Around it, this is the first friction point. Around it, in the peripherals, stuff that reduces that friction by increasing trust. So this, free worldwide shipping, this, free ebook, these, PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover cards, right? Trust, 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 trust. All transactions secured and encrypted, right? All this stuff increases trust, makes people more likely to click this, okay? This little stupid emoji, I'll tell you a secret. This is like tens of millions of dollars of testing, maybe even over 100 million. This pointing emoji and a rocket ship emoji are the only two that increase conversion rate, all right? Now, it's going to be like a fraction of a %, but it's real. So that's why that's there. Okay? The one thing I fought them on a lot was, I don't even know if you saw these badges here, if you notice them. Okay? For me, they're totally invisible. I wanted them here because they're just empty space here, and then people would see them. But they put them here for whatever reasons, right? But these badges, if they're more visible over here, that also increases trust. Now, the rest of their site, right? And again, this isn't a jewelry brand, but it doesn't matter because it's just the principles, right, that we're working on. Customer reviews that we go through, right? So for social proof. And then every single thing, just like a quick little couple notes, and then image, right? For them, it's a jiffy, but for you, it could be just a beautiful image, right? Couple quick points. It could be like 1, 2, 3 points, right? And then image. And then same thing. Quick little picture, and then 1, 2, 3 points, right? Now, important is that after every single one, call to action button, okay? We scroll down, call to action button. No matter where you are on the site, because of this one at the bottom too, because we don't know what part of the site actually converts them, right? And gets them to say, okay, I'm buying this. If they were, let's say, down here, right, and reading this, and then they're like here, and then they decide to buy, if they had to scroll all the way up, maybe they change their mind. But if they see it right here, they just click it here, and it goes to cart, boom, done. You know what I mean? These are like millisecond things, but they make a huge difference when all of them are properly executed in a fully functional system, right? So every piece flows into the next one and is congruent with the one before and the one after. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think I've been talking a lot. Does that make sense? Is that helpful? Those are the sorts of things that would start for your store, because you're running a basic Shopify store right now for jewelry, like nothing special, right? Nothing run there. So we can do huge improvements in terms of the conversion rate just right off the bat. Okay. Let's go back to kind of the finances, the money. If you have And okay, which one would you like? Would you like ideally the full entire build of everything plus media buying?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of them does the one that's 10K include creatives,
Yeah.
like that, or like
Yep.
creators,
Yep.
but it doesn't include the that
2
you
months
got. Like
media
for the
buying.
10K, I still get the creative, but I run the ads.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you want to do it, because I know you're smaller, right? These are like because no matter who comes to us, you or someone making over 100K a month, you get the same team, right? So that's why
Yeah.
prices are high. But I understand that where you're at, right? At your point in the business. I also know that we can make this work so very easily because you have 80% profit margin. That's insane, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, let me go like this. I think you want to work with us, but let me ask you, like, do you want to work with us? Do you want to make this work?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that I think the frustrating part for me is that I know I have a good product. It's just I have a full-time job.
Yep.
And so I think
So you
that
can't dedicate to actually doing all the stuff that needs to be done.
exactly because I'm working, 8 to 5 or whatever, and then
Yep.
and then I sit on my laptop and I try to research for another 2 hours and I go to bed. So it's not really sustainable for me
Yep.
to
Yep.
continue. And then I'm trying to get cute and try to take photos. So I think that's where I'm at. Is obviously believe in it. I know it can be big.
Yep.
And to be honest, I really don't. I'm not looking for $100,000 a month. I mean, if we get there, great. But I
Yep.
really only need 5-10 grand profit to feel good about it. I'm not
yeah. And then once you're there, it's just a matter of scaling, and we know how to scale, so you'll get to 100K after, right?
Right. But I'm saying if someone told me you're only going to make 5,000 from this business the next 2 years,
Yeah.
every month, I'd be like, cool. I'm happy with
Yeah,
that.
good profit. Yep.
So,
Yep. But
yeah.
once you see it working, you'll get addicted and you want more, and you can easily do more because just clicking a couple buttons and doing more creatives, right? So this stuff gets really fun, right? And I mean, like you told me, you put a lot of time into making sure it's high quality, right? Lots of time, lots of effort to make sure you source the best products. So
Yeah.
you got to do it justice now. Okay, so what if we do something like this? And you just tell me, because you were honest about how much you have available, right?
Yeah.
If you want to do, what if I give you, for example, the 10K package and I include a month of media buying just thrown in there? And the ad spend can be 1,000, and you'll see that it works by then. And you'll also have the full media buying strategy so that you can run ads after, but it will still be the full build. So that you have the entire kind of infrastructure needed to make your business work, plus a month of media buying just thrown in for free.
Okay. So I get the build out the infrastructure. So after the 1 month, I can then do my own ads.
Yep.
But the
Yep.
first month,
We'll
you
build-
guys
we'll-
will do that for me.
We'll do the build, okay? However long it takes, we usually under a month. But whenever we have delays, always delays because the client, we ask for something, they don't give it to us, right?
Yeah, I understand. In my industry, we have to wait for domains and stuff. So okay, let me grab my notes. Sorry, my dogs were attacking me.
Okay.
So okay, so say okay. So, because obviously there's a lot of research and time on your end before we're even live, right? So, say we get started, just make it easy. February 1st, right? So, February 1st, when would the first ad? What's the next step after that?
So we would start immediately. So as soon as you can do the onboarding call, you would do the onboarding call. That's the first step. Tomorrow, great. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not there. It's just you and Phil, so he has a fresh perspective on your store. Okay. After you have that call, Phil and I have a call together about each client that comes in. I tell him everything I think based on our call here. He tells me everything he thinks based on your call there, and then that's the genesis of the strategy. Okay.
Okay.
And then all the stuff goes to the rest of our teams, landing page design, landing page guys, design guys. Jessica did the customer avatar research to create the storyboards. We run it all by you to make sure you're happy with everything. We give you the address of the creators that we want to send product to. It's we figure out which products we want to focus on, because you have 27 SKUs. We can't focus on 27 SKUs with $1,000 ad spend budget, right? Okay. We want to focus on the best selling ones. And then we start all the work, which is that infrastructure build. So set up your website, do the checkouts.
The emails.
Emails as well. Yep, those 4 vital flows. All the storyboards, you approve the storyboards, then we start working with creators. It would be cool for me, but this is not forced or pressured. But it's always cool when we have the founder do it because people really connect to that. But if you want, we can have one of our creators say they're the founder, but then in the future it'll be awkward if you want to do it, right? But that's just like a fun little side thing if you're interested, right?
I can do it. I mean, I don't like being in front of the camera, but I'm not like, I don't hate it. I'm not opposed to it either.
Okay. They just then it's not a necessity. I always just offer it because sometimes people think it's really fun to do and then they want to do it. I don't want to force you into it. It's not necessary. It just adds a little bit of charm to everything. We put on the landing page as well. So like founder is talking, it feels real, like there's people behind it, all that. So people love to connect with brands these days.
I'll put it this way. I will do things that make me uncomfortable if it's going to increase my chances of being successful with this.
Yeah, 100%. Then all I'm thinking is not even ads, but if you just film yourself, like just talking about like the story you told me about how you were sourcing this stuff and how you were swimming with it and all that, right? Just freestyle. We'll clip it up in something nice and it'll be like a 30-second video that comes up on every single landing page. Like, hey guys, this is my brand, blah, 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 right? I love that. And then they'll know it's not another dropshipping garbage store, right?
Yeah. Okay, so then onboarding call, and then you guys do, the landing page.
We start the build. We start the build. It's within a month, it'll go live, right? And you're informed every step of the way. And then Phil will actually give you like the roadmap for milestones and everything, like a day after the onboarding call, 2 days after when we coordinate with the whole team. Right?
So then onboarding say February 1st, and then a month goes by, right?
Yep.
Pay the 10K. Yep. And then now we're at now we're at March 1st, right?
Yep.
So then March 1st is when the ads go live.
Yep.
Okay. So the first month is like preparing.
Yep.
Getting everything ready. And then ads live.
Honestly, one second, sorry. I would honestly have you rather do the onboarding call like ASAP, like tomorrow, and then we still start, because it just gives us more time before March 1st to build everything, test everything, et cetera, right?
Okay.
That's all.
And then the first month, am I also like...
For ad spend, I think you can do with about 1,000. So you said you have 1,000, right?
Yeah.
That's a perfect starting budget. And then honestly, with you, we'll work out some sort of deal where it's not $5,000 a month to continue with the media buying. If you want us to do it, I'll push it down to maybe 2.5, something that makes sense for you at your stage of the business, with the understanding that, okay, we got to grow you so you can afford to pay us $5,000 a month for media buying, and then we can continue everyone's happy, right?
And I don't mind doing like a rev share thing later on or like whatever. It's just getting off the ground. So I guess what
we usually do actually for those is off that monthly retainer deal, the other one, we usually do 15% of revenue that we bring above the first 30,000. So the first 30,000 we don't touch because that there's no constraints on you making money, and above that we do 15% or something like that. But like all of this is negotiable. Once you've worked with us, I love my clients. I want to take care of my clients, right? Once we have that trust, literally you and I will do another call. Let's say end of March. We're like, okay, how are your numbers? Okay, they're like this. Do you want to work with us? Do you want to continue? Like, do you see potential? Like, yes. Okay. What can you afford to pay us for the training? The usual rate is 5K. You'd be like, okay, I can do 2.5. I'm like, okay, great. Let's do 2.5 until you have enough money and profits. You can pay us comfortably 5K. And then we switch to 5K, and then you keep working. We grow your store huge, right? Because the 5K, we can grow you to any.
So is the 10,000 that, like, if I start right now, for example, and then the first month is going to preparing, am I also paying another 10,000 in March for that month?
No, it's 10,000 for the whole build, all the build. There's no time around it. I'm just telling you, it's within a month we deliver, right? Unless we're waiting on you for stuff.
Okay, right.
The only time is that like month of media buying. That's a full month of media buying when everything's ready. From our side, we don't need more. We don't need more than a month to get everything ready. Okay. That's how.
And then in your experience, when someone is starting from zero, I mean, I guess I know you just are talking about TikTok Shop now, but how, like, say $1,000 in ads, what do you see back? Like 500, 1,000, 2,000 back? Like, what's like the typical thing when you're starting out?
I think for your store because you have a low ticket product, it's only $40, right? And we will add post-purchase upsells like immediately to get the average order value up. I think we can get it to $60 to $80 average order value with the initial purchase being around 40. Okay. Yeah,
I think the most is like I have $29 to $50 and everything's in between there.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the starting, but I think we can get the average order value, maybe not 80, but like 60 to 70 would be like my goal with post-purchase
Mhm.
upsells, proper offers, et cetera, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll also do the email so that no customers that we actually get through cold traffic are wasted. That's the most important thing because if they drop off but they give you your email, right, they're still hooked, right?
Yeah,
So
there's still hope there.
with everything running like optimally, we can get you probably 4x to 6x at the start in terms of ROAS off small initial ad spend. So let me do the math one second.
Yeah, it would be like 4,000 to 6,000.
Let me see. Yeah, so like if we're doing 1,000 a month for ad spend, it's about $30 a day, right? So
Mhm.
for about
Yeah.
$30 a day, I would say maybe a week and a half to be break even, and then after that we're profitable, and it should be two, three, and then by the end of the month it's probably around four x ROAS, and that's just
'Cause
straight ads. That's not talking about TikTok Shop.
it's not talking about TikTok Shop. Oh, that's just TikTok ads.
Yeah, that's just TikTok ads or Facebook ads or just any ads on any platform, whichever one. Like you really will decide. We'll decide after you talk to Phil what the one that gives you the best chance of success will be, right?
Okay. Okay. Because the reason I'm asking is, okay, I'm starting out minus 10,000,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And then minus 1,000.
Yep.
So then if I get 6,000 back,
Yep.
then that gives me another
4K or something, right? After
6,000.
cost of goods,
Wait,
4 or 5.
wait, because then I can put in maybe 3,000, then get another 4x and pay. I'm trying to
Yep.
figure out like
Yep.
2,
Yep.
3, 4 months, like how long it's going to be.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Which
we
no.
will honestly, because if you're like, you get the 1 month immediate buy and they're like, no, fuck you guys, I hate you, right? Don't want to talk to you ever again, which won't happen. But if you're like, hey guys, this is actually really great, but I can't like afford you yet, right? Still talk to us, and then you'll just run the ads, but we'll help you out, and we'll tell you what to do, right?
Yeah.
Like, and we're going to be there because then we understand, hey, we want long-term partnership. That's what I want with all the clients. And if we're the ones that build you up to, let's say small number, let's say 50K a month, right? You're very happy because you started with zero before us. We got you to 50K a month. Now you're like, hey, these guys know what they're doing. They're giving you 100K, 200K, 500K, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So that's the whole point. I want that kind of long-term relationship. And then for those, that's when we do like probably 10% of the revenue that we bring in, right? Like kind of profit share. But again, that's all negotiable. But
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is month 1. So I'm just taking some notes here. And then this week. Okay. Okay. So I have a lot to process, obviously, and I have been, like I said, meeting with a lot of people, and so I do want to do something like sooner rather than later because I also believe like analysis paralysis, right? Like I don't want to be in a position where 6 months down the
you gotta
road.
kind of act now, right? Because the other thing is that this TikTok shop opportunity for you, it's not going to last forever. It might be another month or another 2 months because people are really jumping in. When they get in, they're getting huge because they're the first people there, and your shop qualifies, right? So that's
what are
like
some action items that I can take right now
yep.
to like connect? I think connect my TikTok shop, right? Would be first thing. Okay. Or I guess just posting it creative, right? Like making the video with using that formula would be the first step for me.
You gotta get into the program.
Get into TikTok shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, we can if you work with us, we guide you on that. We will do that for you. We need with your help. Obviously, you got to provide the documents, et cetera, right? But we can the process.
Okay. And then after I'm verified or I have TikTok shop, what's like the next step?
then we launch the stuff with kind of organic, and TikTok pushes you, and it's like the golden age of publishing for me with books. I would just release a book, and Amazon would organically recommend it to all their readers, and I would have huge months just like this, doing nothing. So that's kind of TikTok shop in a nutshell right now. But it's not like, I bet a month from now, if we're talking, it'll be like, opportunity will be gone, because they're really pushing it now, and the people that they get in, they promote themselves.
Okay. So are you able to send me kind of everything, or maybe like examples of creatives from like, have you worked with any jewelry brands?
We worked with clothing brands. Clothing brands would be the closest. We've never worked with a direct jewelry brand, but we have lots of people we know in e-commerce space who do jewelry. So if we ever need something, we just tag them. But it's like every single product is always going to be basically the same thing. It's what matters is the right ad structure, right creatives, right systems.
Yeah, I was just asking more about like the creative side of it, like what it's going to, like if there was an example of a jewelry brand. But yeah, I understand that it's the same. Doesn't matter the product at the end of the day as long as it's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you send me any work that they've done, like a reel or a video or like post, like an ad for any brand? It doesn't have to be even the closing one, just anything.
Yep.
And then maybe just like a quick summary of like what each package includes, like the 15K one, 10K, 5K.
Okay.
And then I think only making a decision sometime within the next week.
Okay. The best way to do that is if we do something like this, okay? If I take, again, tiny refundable deposit, be like $50, I don't care, but that drafts the contract, and in the contract, you see all the deliverables. And then I can send that over to you, okay? You'll have that as a real thing, and then if you decide to go forward, you just read it, you sign it, and then I send you the rest of the payment, whatever. If you say no, I'll just refund you the $50, whatever it'll be. I don't need some huge amount, but it like shows a little bit of good faith on your side, and it drafts that contract. So I can send you that, and then all the deliverables are then there that we talked about on this call. So then you would understand it like that in kind of legal structure. Is that cool?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, that's just the most efficient way of doing things. So let's go like this. Okay, let me pull up. One sec. I'll do a screen share so you see what I'm doing. And then, do you have WhatsApp or Telegram?
WhatsApp, I do.
You have WhatsApp? Okay. I texted you from my personal number before the call. So that's also my WhatsApp and Telegram number. Telegram is better for everything. But if you have WhatsApp, we can talk on there, and I can send you stuff there directly, like creative stuff. You can ask me questions. I think that's the best kind of communications medium. Because honestly, like this is how we do things. Like conversation like this, and we get you in Slack, and we talk to you like this, right? So if you want like a fully written proposal, I'll be the contract. But like super formal, I like stay away from, because this is more, I don't know, one-on-one, more fun.
Yeah.
So WhatsApp would be the best way. And then we just communicate the talk the whole way through. Okay?
Okay.
So let me do this. This is the payment processor. Let me sign in. Okay, let's go. Sign in. Okay, create new invoice. Okay, we're gonna add customer, create new customer. Okay, so what is your full name, please? Sorry. Wait, I have you here. It's Lopez. Email?
Gmail.
Gmail.com. Phone number? Eight. Okay, and then it'll be. And I'll do here, Lucinda. Okay. Okay, and then what is your billing address, please?
East.
Sorry, my space bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Save. Add item. I'm gonna create new item. Okay. Boom. Boom. Creatives. Initial. Refundable. Deposit. Do $50.
Oh, so is this for? So I'm paying right now, but just to see the.
Yeah. This you'll pay now. It's just $50, right? We'll take the card, and then that drafts the contract, and then I'll go in, adjust a little bit, and then you get it. And then when you want to start, you just sign the contract, and then we're off to go. You get the onboarding call, et cetera, et cetera. Is that cool?
Okay.
Okay. So l.@gmail.com. Boom Creatives, initial refundable deposit. Again, you tell me, I refund it instantly. Just $50.
Okay.
Good?
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. If it's refundable, fine.
So let me, yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to, like, it doesn't make or break anything, right? All it does is draft the contract, and it shows, like, actually goodwill on your side. Hey, yeah, you're serious. You want to work with us. We got to figure things out. Okay?
Okay, one moment, because I don't have,
The card?
Just-
okay, just grab it.
yeah.